You don't know how this person is telling me all this. That is not making me now. I'm the one that is like, let's calm down. He's the one that is very
Have I said anything odd before? Did I ever tell you go ask her?
She fingers herself to Faith.
Wait, what?
Did you see the surprise, or did you could see the surprise on Gigi's face when Sultana said what she said? That was the way I looked at the whole conversation. I was like, what? What is going on here? What are you people talking about? Like, bro, you see Sultana, this amount, it can put her in trouble, oh. And I feel like it's going to put her in trouble one of these days because she says a lot in this house. So this particular conversation now, in fact, I'm going to present it to you guys first. Then we'll now discuss what we think about it, whether it's possible, whether it's not, what it exactly means. Because these things I'm putting out here were her exact words, right? And then the fight that happened between KAYBOBO and Mensan is the funniest fight I've seen so far in Big Brother's house. For some reason, it was just so funny, and I think it's the way Mensan was jumping around, saying different things. Like, go match Timberland. I say, what? What are you talking about here? Now, so many things have happened so far today. Like, I woke up today and so much happened. Right. So let's just get straight into the happenings of today. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Please do well to like, share, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to turn on your post notification and subscribe. A few comments here and there. Hey, I'm going to let him know that if we can ask Sultana this on Sunday and ask Faith to confirm, please. And it's a huge accusation, so maybe they can ask or whatever. Anyway, so let's get into the first conversation that happened where Sultana was telling Gigi and Jason J that Imisi literally touches herself in front of Faith and she has seen it happen, on several occasions, right?
She fingers herself to Faith.
Wait, what?
So at night when you see Faith in the kitchen, try and walk slowly. You see Imisi touching herself and then trying for him to touch her. There was one time that he slept at my place and then she was touching herself too.
I should just look at him if she's touching me.
Hey, Chukunna Bineligwe. Chukunna. Hey. Oh, like, okay, let's assume that these things, let's assume, this is assumption. Let's assume that these things are true. Like, how do you like open your mouth and like voice out all of these things to other people and say, this is what's happening, this is what happened, that's what happened? A choke. So she now told these people to watch out that in the kitchen, she's always doing that. Like, what exactly could she be doing in the kitchen? Now, the confusion here is, does she fingers herself where exactly? Where is the touching herself going on? What is she touching? Because it's almost as if from the conversation of her saying in the kitchen, it's confusing because obviously someone cannot be touching down there in the kitchen. So where exactly is this touching or whatever going on that she's doing in front of Faith? Where is this happening? Or where exactly is this thing happening? And now there was a video from the past. I brought it to you guys one time. There was a time where Imisi and Faith, they were talking, and she basically had her hands in her clothes, right? And just on her boobs, basically. So Faith now told her that she should stop doing that. That is making him feel uncomfortable. And she was like, no, that she's not trying to be seductive or anything, that she's just cold and all of that. That's the only situation I've seen where Faith expressed discomfort with regards to, like, them as himself and Imisi. So I'm going to bring that video first because I've brought it before, but I guess I'll just play the video again so that you guys can basically see it yourselves. Yeah.
Stop.
Okay, let me take this back.
I've really shown this fit. Do you know that?
Stop. Remove your hands from your breast.
Jesus,
When you're talking to me, don't put your hands in your boob.
But I'm not like,
I know
trying
you're lying. I know what you're doing.
I swear
And
on
it
my
makes me
dad's
uncomfortable.
grave. I swear to God.
So looking at this now, like, it's one thing for this to be it. It's another thing for the accusation or what Sultana is saying is like way deeper than this, because this one is just her hands in her clothes and everything. Like, but Sultana is saying that even at nights when Faith was in her bed, Mimisi was doing her thing over there. Amo Ichoko, it's a lot. yeah, I honestly I don't have so much to say at this point about it. I personally don't know. I wouldn't say I believe it, especially coming from Sultana. Sometimes she exaggerates things, or she doesn't pass the message across well. So that's like another point
Problem is
that
Doris,
we
because
have
Doris
to
will say
know,
anything.
right? So let me just see. Said she even cussed him out for insinuating that, yeah, like in that video, you could see that she was telling him that I'm not trying to do any of that. And she even told him F you, and they separated after like a few seconds there. She just left the conversation. That's Emisi. She left the conversation. So this thing now, I not to believe, oh, I not believe, Sha, I not believe. I don't know whether this came from the conversation that Sultana had with Faith yesterday. Maybe Faith just told her that. Maybe Faith told her a few things, and then she now made her own conclusion based off of that, and she's saying her own view, and she's adding pepper, salt, and Maggie and curry. Who knows? Yeah, I would also like Imisi to hear. Let's know this kind of thing. It is not something that should just be background gist. It's something that should be brought out so that the person can defend themselves. So let's see whether that conversation will be asked. But how would Ebuka ask it? I don't think it's something that can come on live TV and be saying. How will he ask? Anyway, Sultana today was Sultana's turn to gossip about or to talk about Doris. They're basically saying that Doris is always like exaggerating things with Kola and always taking things to Kola that she knows will trigger him, and just exaggerates things. Basically, I say, okay, now yesterday was Doris's turn. Today is your turn.
Where it came from is Doris, because Doris will say anything to get to. In fact, sometimes now she they carry the gist, they go meet Kola. When she hears something that will hurt him, she takes it to him
I know.
to tell him.
And I have a feeling that she told him about yesterday's.
So now, the funny thing about this whole conversation between them is that Doris now, I'm sorry, Gigi now is in the picture. Gigi was in the picture yesterday with Doris, and Gigi is now in the picture with Sultana. And this is the same Gigi that was saying, oh, she was telling Doris that she's a real person, that she trusted Sultana and everything. So now she's now in a conversation of with Sultana talking about Doris. This Gigi now, the way she dey move now, you get to see B, you know. And then Doris and Cola, they had their own this thing where they were trying to clarify conversations. Kola is going to grow gray hair in this house because of this his situation with Jason, Dede, and all of that.
All the other things you've told me about the embarrassment thing, about all these other things. Have I said anything out before? Did I ever tell you go ask him to do? But he told me. I'm telling you. So he owned up to it and said, "Oh no, that's not why." But he didn't come and clarify with me.
See, like I said, this are going to grow gray hair. I mean, Akola is going to grow. Look at his face. It's done the squeeze because of this conversation. And the reason for this it has to do with yesterday. You guys know that yesterday there was this whole thing of they confronting Jason about Kola laying about talking about Kola laying her bed, right? So that's what sprung up this conversation today. Now, Kola was saying that Doris should tell Doris should go and tell Jason J that she just overheard the conversation, that it was not him that told her. Abi, it was not him. It get us in take almost like he wanted Doris to cover up some tracks, right? So that's what they were discussing at some point.
I'm not saying I should lie. You could just be like, oh, I didn't mention it to him. Maybe I was just teasing somebody about it, and maybe that's how the person got to find out about it. But I didn't say. It's not as if he came and told you, oh, please don't tell anybody that this is what I said. It was just like maybe you just teased somebody about it, and maybe the person mentioned it to me. Like you didn't directly mention it to me.
So that, in fact, I'm not even going to dwell on their matter. That's moving on from that. Pearl said Sultana started with Dede to Imisi to Mide, then back to Dede. In fact, she started with Ivatar. If you guys remember the first few nights, it was Ivatar. She was on Ivatar's case when after they had that fight. It was Ivatar, then Imisi, then Dede, then Mide, then back to Imisi. A lot has been said. A lot has been said. I said there is get her own wahala, but I'm not going to dwell on that. Meanwhile, Gigi now went to gist Denari about the Doris thing, saying that they were basically discussing that Doris is still hung up on Kola, and it's basically a thing of, if I cannot have you, then I'm going to frustrate your life or not let another person have you type thing. I say, I want Gigi self the way she dey operates.
Oh,
Doris is so caught up on Cola that she basically doesn't want to let her go. Jason and Sultana, they were telling me that like she pretty much exaggerates and like she's basically like, if I can't have Cola, she's like making his life a living hell. Any gist that she hears about him that she knows will hurt him, she tells it.
So now everybody could go round. This they are coven. They are coven. They are basically talking about each other in different, places or in different situations. Anyway, it's all right. Now, Denari and Doris, they kind of have a thing, a small thing going on there. And um last night, Denari and what's her name? Denari and Gigi, they actually slept in the same bed, but Gigi said that they're just friends. So now, see, in fact, moving on, Dede was advising Mide. Mide was basically complaining again about bride's behavior. So apparently, I think he went to spend some time with another babe in the house. I don't know if it's still Ibifubara or some other babe, and it made Mide feel some type of way. So she was complaining about the whole thing, and Dede was just telling her that he's doing his own thing. So you do your own thing. Like don't be letting this kind of things get to you. Do your own thing. Try to mingle with others. And Mide was just saying that she's going to try that now. She's going to make a conscious effort to try and do that. And but she still mentioned that this thing is entering one part of her ear and leaving the other side. So she's not going to try anything. I just talk.
But even now that it's now like, okay, I have to make a conscious effort now. I will. I see the effort you make, but then stay open. Let them say things like, you know what, I don't know the best thing is that when somebody's telling me all these things, coming from me and coming from the other.
So this thing that in fact at some point Mide was now saying that you don't know the conversations that we have, basically saying that there are things that Bright used to tell her, and Bright is the one that's trying to like keep them closed off and more like giving her assurance, right? That's basically what she was implying, that Dede doesn't know the things that he used to tell her. And I was just like, it's not about what he's telling you. What is he doing? Like he's telling you something in the night, telling you, "Oh, I really like you," expressing jealousy when someone else is looking at you. All those things. He's just doing those things. But now he's spending time with other people and he's making you feel some type of way. And then is he advising you to go and mingle too now. Own the narrative. Don't be allowing this thing to like get to you, and you're just there feeling jealous and feeling jealous all the time. Go do your own thing. And Mide is just saying, I don't know what he tells me. What does he do? What are his actions saying? If he's hanging out with other people, also hang out with other people. Try not to. Dede was telling her that, it's okay for you to have those emotions. Like you can still have the emotions for him and still be playing your own thing and owning the narrative. Me, I was just saying, Dede, don't advise her. She's going to tell Bright. When they reconcile, she's going to tell Bright that you told her to do this and that and that. So don't just advise her.
Because you don't know the conversation that this person is having. You don't know how this person is. You don't know how this person is telling me all this thing. That is not making me now. I'm the one that is like, let's calm down. He's the one that is very Even when I told him yesterday about the birthday, he told me no.
So, I don't know, whatever they plan to do, whatever Mide plans to do, I know she's still going to reconcile with him and not do whatever it is that Daddy is advising her to do. She'll still go and tell him, sure. That's basically it. Barbara said, whatever Sultana said is true. Faith told Imisi to stop touching herself when she's talking to him. Plus, Faith told Sultana he doesn't feel comfortable about what Imisi does. At this point, I think I would agree with maybe Ebuka bringing it up. Although, like I said, I don't know how he bring up that kind of topic on live TV. I don't know if it's something that that's supposed to speak about. Yeah. So, but it will make sense for it to be clarified now. Let's now hear maybe something was misconstrued. Maybe because saying fingering is different from saying that somebody's touching yourself and all of that. So it's a it's a dicey thing. It's a dicey thing, yeah. Then the fight between Mensan and KAYBOBO had to do with bread. KAYBOBO kept his bread in the kitchen, and himself, Mensan, and Isabella, Imisi was also in the background in the kitchen. And before they knew it, the bread was missing. And K-Bobo just literally went straight to Mensa to accuse him of taking the bread. He was like, "Give me my bread," type of thing, like that you took my bread. So Mensa took offense with that and was like, "Why would you come and accuse me like that? You didn't even come to ask me, you just came to accuse me." And then the whole fight just started. They just went into it straight up, straight up, straight up, like crazy.
He just came and come and give me my. That was the first thing. He said, "Mensa, come and give me my bread." Now you carry him. Now you carry him. Don't ask me. Okay, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. You like the bread? Stop asking me. I like your first day inside the kitchen.
So this whole thing, like obviously K-Baba and Mensa, it's not as if they agree like that on a normal day. So K-Baba going at him and saying, "Oh, you took my bread, you didn't take my bread," is going to make Mensa, agitated and stuff. And he's not the one that took it. I'm going to show you the video of the culprits, the criminal that took it, and I believe there's a motive behind that taking of bread. We're going to get to that. So now Mensan is like, "Why are you accusing me? I don't steal this and that." And that when he went upstairs, he was saying that he can never steal. That food is something that they always provide for them, and now he's being accused and all. So Kebabon now coming to him like that made him feel somehow, because especially because they are not really like the best of pals. So that's where the ginger came. Kebabo now went to the diary room to go and hit, knock for Big Brother so that Big Brother will come out. I don't know whether he was expecting Big Brother to like open the door and show him a clip of who took the bread. I don't know, but he kept knocking, knocking. Big Brother did never answer him at all. So the fight basically escalated. Mensan charged at him and was just like all up in his face. And they did not hold him. Oh. These housemates, they used to choose who they will hold and who they will not hold when they're about to fight.
It's just your first in the kitchen. I'll punch and go to the house. Okay. I'm saying I'll punch and go to the house. You're very stupid. I dare you. You're very stupid. I dare you. That's stupid. I dare you. That's stupid. I dare you. Get on. I dare you. Get on.
It's funny how Mensan charged at him and went to him and say, "I'll punch you and leave the house." Da, 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 da. And then Kibaba is like, "I dare you, I dare you." And then he did not do anything. He walked out. I'm sure at that point, Mensan was praying that somebody will come and hold him so that he will just, when you're charging at somebody and people are holding you, to be as if they leave you, you're really going to hit the person. So he was being charged that, and he was like, "I dare you, I dare you." He still walked out. I was like, that's so crazy. So now they've now placed a bet between themselves that they're going to meet in Lagos. So the fight is going to continue when they leave the house. When they leave the house and find out who took the bread and who did not take the bread. They literally did like a bet. So you guys set your dates and your place, your time and place. We have a fight to watch from these people after the house.
No, October 15th, come on for you. Okay. More better outside. I will let you. Outside here. I will let you. Okay. I will let you. For this same Lagos. I will match you.
Mensa say, "I go match you Timbaland." I'm like, bro, he just kept saying, "I go match you Timbaland." He rained several insults, yeah. So K-Baba was saying his own, "You're a thief, you're stupid, you're this, you're that." Mensa told him that they deported him from America. That's K-Baba, that they deported him from America, that is a deported bastard. Hey, Omo, these ones that were flying. And I was like, these people are going crazy. So he was saying that K-Baba got triggered and said that the things I've achieved in this life, if you achieve it, that you're going to where you'll be by at this point. So they just kept going back and forth, dragging each other through the mud. There's another thing that Mensan said that was quite funny. He said to Tega that he has been living he has been living a very anyhow lifestyle, very nonsense lifestyle. Ortega said that they are waiting for the fight. So the housemates are basically anticipating the fight that they're going to have outside the house. And we're also anticipating. I would like them to actually fix these fights, because this is the second time that they are talking about fighting. And then Mensan is saying he will less Kebobo, and Kebobo is saying that he's going to, come at him. So let's see how the fight happened. Meanwhile, Mensan came at everybody collected, like in their own share. Everybody collected the share of the fights. Isabella was asking him. He just snapped at her to snapped at Jason J was very annoying. It was very annoying. It was basically in support of like K-pop, and he was saying some things to trigger Mensan. Rude Boy too was saying his own thing. So Mensan charged that all of them, all of them at this point.
It's a simple question. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't shut up. Don't shut up.
If you not put him, I not put him out.
So why
Let me be your own.
you talk about the Timberland?
Step back. Seriously, sometimes the way they talk is vexing me. And then I say commercial, I don't feel you. When I start the fight again, I say I will spoil your mouth.
Nobody will spam my mouth. Nobody ever burn the person.
If you slap me again,
So, like I said, everybody collected their own share of the fights. If let's Kocho, his own was a no case safe. I think Mesan slapped his head as a like a joke, and he was getting all pissed off. And he's like, Mesan was saying that, but you usually do it to me, and I don't take it personal. Why is it now that I do it to you? Then you're now taking it personal or being pissed off and stuff. So that's when they now had their own little issue. That's Kocho and Mensan, right? Kocho was now saying that they just got back from break. And when Kocho said they just came back from break, they literally just had a break. Like they went on break. I was like, how did he know? I think maybe it has to do with the song stopping. This culture is always in the middle of every fight that is going on in that house. Like if you see where there's fights, is either he's in the background, trigger supporting somebody or pushing somebody, or he's just always around there doing one thing or the other. But I wonder what happened with Bright in the pool. Nothing happened, guys. Nothing happened. Like they were literally in the pool for how long? And the next thing I was seeing online, that Mite and Bright they did the do. Like, do you guys know what it takes to knock in a pool? And then this is a pool. This is their pool pass where every other person, so many other people are there, and it didn't even last for long. So he come out boxers. Did how you people believe in these things, man? People have just carried 3 seconds video to put around there and just like lay accusations. Nothing happened in the pool. Anyway, so look at the culprit. Kaikumi is one that stole the bread and went to hide it. So it was deliberate. He deliberately wanted to trigger
Agreement
KAYBOBO.
be say no be carry bread because
Look at the criminal. Look at the bread. Look at the criminal. Look at the bread. And Mensah was there receiving accusation for what he did not do. Hey, Jesus is Lord. Somebody said KAYBOBO took his babe, Kayikumi's babe, Isabella, and then Kayikumi took KAYBOBO's bread. Aura for aura, oha for oha. Food for food, you know. So now do you know the funny thing? After this bread was here, some of the housemates now saw it, but they didn't want to say much. It was later on they were like, okay, that they saw the bread upstairs and let them go and check. Now they went to check upstairs, they did not now see it there again. So I don't know if Kayikomi moved it from here to another place or another person moved it. So that's how they got the bread situation. Right? Let me even see. Because I wonder what, oh, okay. I see wedding ring on someone's finger. Congratulations. Thank you, Francis. Everybody has if one canoe sings, you look for another available one. Honestly. um Omo. Say Prince Steve Bread. Prince of Zamunda. Prince of whatever. Now they are making their hair, guys. They opened the salon for them. Whether they want to do eviction this Saturday night party, I don't know, or they want to do eviction tomorrow. Because usually they make their hair on Sundays, and now they are in the salon making their hair. So I wonder what Big Brother's plan is. If they evict someone today, it's not going to be bad, though. It's going to be interesting. You know, it's going to be an interesting one. You know, just keep us on our toes at every given time. Let us know what to expect, whatever it is that you guys have in store for us. We are ready. We are ready for anything, honestly. If you're currently on the live stream, please give this video a thumbs up. You just have to close the comments and give it a thumbs up. So that's basically it for this video. Let's just end it here. I'm just gonna read a few comments and we'll be done. Say they are many now. What do you mean by that? What are you talking about, Joseph? Uh, okay, maybe it's talking about the eviction and stuff, right? So, guys, if you're just joining, this is like, thank you. If you're just joining, Spirit just wanted people to fight, and it's possible, but we have to link everything to everything since it has to do with KAYBOBO and we are linking it to Isabella. We must link it to it must be linked to something. So guys, if you're just joining, the live stream is already like coming to an end. So you can watch the replay after this. Thanks for watching. Bye. Love you guys. Kisses.